So let's look at this piece of human filth, if it even is human. The group Kiss. The lead singer is Gene Simmons. Okay, well, I'll break that down for you in a minute. Chime Wits, known professionally as Gene Simmons. Gee, how do you get Gene Simmons out of this name? I mean, I can understand if they call you Chuck, but your real name is Charlie, or your name is William and they call you Bill, or your name is Robert and they call you Bob. But how do you get Gene Simmons, right, out of this name? Well, I'll show you how they do. Is an Israeli-American music singer. Imagine that. A Jew dressed up like this. I think they should all dress like this. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm being anti-Semitic. Wait a minute. I'm a Semite. Wait. There's conflict of interest here. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's because the Jews are innocent. It's not the Jews. The Gentiles are innocent. Jews are guilty as fuck. So let's just start out. Jews are innocent, my ass. So he's doing this little number here. So we've got that. And then you got dickweed down here. Right? Looky here. See, the Gentiles are innocent, but they're guilty of stupidity by choice. Anybody could sit down and look at this stuff and figure it out. Okay? So you got the hand symbol, which is really 1, 2, 3, right? Boom, boom, boom. But it's a symbol of the archon, whatever. Or the 3, or the asshole, whatever way you want to go with it, right? And then you got this dickweed again over here. And what does he got? He's got a star on here, right? And what is that? Well, that's the asshole, isn't it? That's the sodomy bit. And then you got this guy. Oh, he's the cat. So it's the energy bit, right? So you got 3, sodomy, the cat. Where are we going with this? I think you know. And this guy just looks like Fruity Magoo. Although the reason he has it on both eyes, I'm assuming that that's the same as this down here. Because you got the two S's, which are Z's, like the Nazis. But we know that those are the double lightning bolts that come down the tree of life. They're not going up, they're going down into hell. Right? So we know what that is. Okay? But anyway, let's go back to this. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Chaim Witz, known as Gene Simmons. Well, how did they come up with that? Well, we'll just block these bitches out right here. Just get rid of this right here. See, even though I have ancestry that has Jewish blood, I'm not any part of that stuff. None. Zero. Nada. Once you start understanding this, you won't want to be any part of this shit either. Trust me. They're chosen all right, but they ain't chosen by the God that you're thinking. That's another one of their big fucking hoaxes. So, let's take the name Gene Simmons. Here it is here. Well, let's break this down. Gene is this. Exactly how it's spelled. Gene, as in eugenics, as in DNA, right? As in DNA. Now, what's with the Simmons bit? Simmons is really this. Simon. Sorry, spelled that wrong. All right. Stay on caps lock. Simon. Jewish. So again, what are they showing you here? Gene Simmons. The gene of Simon. The Jewish bloodline. Because it's all about this. This isn't the Nazis, I'm telling you. It's these guys. They're all intermingled. They're like, you guys take the rap for it. We'll claim to be the victim. And together we'll keep bullshitting the world. Is what it came down to. And the German people, who had absolutely nothing to do with this, have been taking the brunt of this forever. And this has pushed multiple agendas to get people to not open their mouth and argue back, because now you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-this or anti-that. Do you understand? So it's the gene of Simon, the Jewish bloodline. That's all it is. And what are they doing? They're singing, we're Dr. Love, and we're this, and, you know, satanic stuff. These lightning bolts are going down. They're not going up. So it represents going down the tree of life into the tree of death, into hell. But let's run around and go to their concerts and everything, shall we? Jewish DNA, that's all it is. Right? There you go. So I'll give you another example. Let me give you another example. I always like to do this one. Let's get rid of this crap here. This is another one. I did this one a long time ago, but most people didn't get it because they didn't know, or they just didn't want to know. Because, you know, YouTube is such a fun place to make videos. So, let's do this. Let me see if I can find it. Well, let's take a look. The Saint, the movie. Well, what do we got? We got a lightning bolt with a freaking halo around it. The halo does not mean holy. That's an asshole. That's the electricity that goes up the spine to the brain, and it arcs across. Okay? For those of you that are old enough, Simon Templar. See, Roger Moore. You know what a rogering is? It's fucking. So more dick, please. Roger Moore, the Saint. So now we're going to go to Wikipedia. So let's look. The Saint was an ITC mystery spy thriller. No, it wasn't. Television series that aired in the UK between 1962 and 1969. It is based literally on the character Simon Templar. Okay? He was played by Roger Moore. Simon Templar was essentially Robin Hood, which Robin Hood is really robe and hood. It also is Robin Hood, but is in stealing. The hood is the hood of the woman's clitoris, so they work for the woman who stole from criminals, but kept the money. There's 120 episodes. There's your 3. The Avengers. That's Cain and his descendants because they feel they got fucked out of their blood right. But let's go back to Simon Templar. If you go down far enough, you'll see that he played both sides of the law. But anyway, let's just look at the name. Simon Templar. Simon Templar. This is a beauty. Simon. Templar. Who are the Templars? It's the old order of Masons. So this ought to give you an idea who's working with who, huh? Simon Templar. He steals under the guise of robe and hood. Or Robin Hood. They're working for the bitch. Wake up, folks. Smell the coffee. It's a fucking fool's paradise. I told you that freaking poster I seen a long time ago, it had a picture of Saturn, and then underneath it said, if you're having a good time, it's probably bad. You better think about that shit. The world's been fucking duped. It's running out of fucking time. There's no way to get this shit out. So the only people I can talk to is you, but at least I got you to talk to. They wrote this crap right in the face of everybody. And the people that could open their mouth didn't. The assholes that gave up and just fell into this thing did it for greed. Some of them were children who got sodomized and their minds were fucking fractured and they had no choice. But the ones that didn't have that happen to them and joined for money and power, enjoy it, fuck, because it ain't gonna last forever. These are bad things that they've done. Really bad things. I'm assuming, and this is what I'm thinking, because the belief that everything is an opposite here, I think that they believe that if they do everything really bad here, it's like reversing it and giving them something better on the other side. If they're wrong, they're in for some really bad stuff. Because basically all I can think is that would fall to the equation of the devil promises you that if you do all this stuff for him, you'll get all of this in the end. And in the end, when it comes time for payment, what do you find out? the liar that you sign a contract with is still a liar. He's not going to honor it, you stupid assholes. When you do business with the joker, the joke's on you. Period. Money and all of that riches shit don't mean nothing. You know why? Because they can give you $1 billion, but eventually you're going to die because time will run out. And even if you had so much money you could never spend it, eventually you're going to die because your third dimensional body will break down. And all of the shit like Marley and Scrooge, all of the chains that you forged in life by fucking people around will be held upon your soul and you will not be able to ascend. Period. I think a lot of us have got a lot of those chains, but not in the same way that these guys do. We're no better than they are because we're all pieces of garbage here. Because we let them tell us how to think instead of going out and finding out on our own what to think. And believe me, they've given us plenty of clues. You know, this isn't something that, you know, you can just blame them for. It's our fault too. And in the end, you'll be held accountable for your faults, not for theirs. So even if you feel that you got the short end of the stick, it's still your fault because you were supposed to have paid attention. So this ain't a bitch session because I'm guilty of it too. You know, it's more of a disgusted, I've had enough of this bullshit. Kind of a fucking bitch fest. I know some people, he uses bad words too much. You know why I use these bad words? I'll tell you why I use these bad words. Because I can't find any other words that are strong enough to put forth why I'm disgusted. I don't know what else to say. You know, I could say when I look at something, oh, well, that looks highly dubious, which means suspect. But to get the point across, I go, that's fucking bullshit. Because to me, it's a little bit harsher and it drives the point more. So it isn't like I'm just a foul-mouthed tree guy that walks around talking garbage. It's just I can't find out any other words to use. So do you understand what all that's about? Because I'm frustrated. So that's it on this one with Kiss and Gene Simmons and Simon Templar.